Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning to all fellow participants of the 7th International Conference on Business, Education, Innovation and Social Sciences 2026. I'm excited to be here with you at the conference, and I also excited to share with you the findings from our recent study on social media marketing and brand loyalty in Muslim-friendly cosmetic. The study that we have conducted in the area of Shah, Malaysia. This project was carried out by my MBA students, Puan Aini Zaharia binti Zakaria from the Universiti Keusahawanan Koperasi, Malaysia, which I was the main advisor. In simple terms, our research looks at how social media activities like promotion, interaction, and entertainment help build strong loyalty among customers who choose halal or Muslim-friendly cosmetic product. We wanted to understand which online strategies really make people trust and stick with a brand, and how these strategies can support the growth of ethical businesses in Malaysia's cooperative sector. Background of the study. The halal cosmetic industry is expanding at an incredible pace. To give you a sense of scale, the global market was valued at around 30 billion US dollar in 2023, and it is projected to nearly double by 2026. Closer to home, Malaysia is also a major player in this sector. In 2022, for example, the halal cosmetic market here was about 3.64 billion US dollar, reflecting a strong consumer confidence in ethical and religiously aligned products. What driving this growth? One of the biggest factor is social media. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook have become powerful tools for brands to connect directly with customers. Through creative posts, influencer connection, and interactive campaign, this platform help companies build trust, showcase authenticity, as well as strengthen customer loyalty. So when we talk about halal cosmetic today, we are not just talking about beauty product. We are talking about a fast-growing global industry that is being shaped by digital engagement and consumer value. Research gap. Even though social media is used everywhere today, we still don't have much clear evidence about how effective social media marketing really is in building customer loyalty, especially when it comes to halal cosmetic. Most of the research we have seen so far has focused on industries like banking, hospitality, and e-commerce. These studies give us useful insight, but they don't fully explain how social media works in the cosmetic sector, where trust, authenticity, as well as personal connection play a very vital role. That's why our study is important and significant. We wanted to fill this gap by looking specifically at Muslim-friendly cosmetic. By doing so, we can understand whether activities like promotion, interactive post, or entertainment on platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook actually help brand build stronger long-term loyalty among consumers in this growing halal market. Objective of the study, we have three objectives. First, we wanted to explore the relationship between social media marketing activities and brand loyalty. Second, we intend to identify which of these activities are most influential. And thirdly, we intend to develop and validate a model that link these social media activities directly to brand loyalty. So by building this framework, we may provide both academic and practitioner with a clear evidence-based tool to understand how digital marketing drives loyalty in halal cosmetic industry. Theoretical framework. To guide our study, we rely on three well-known theories that help explain how people behave and build relationships. The first is the users and gratification theory, or UGT. This theory says that people use media for different reasons. Sometimes for employment, sometimes for enjoyment, sometimes for getting information, and sometimes for uh, connection or feel connected with others. So in our context, it helps us understand why consumer turns to social media platform when engaging with cosmetic brand. The second theory is the social exchange theory. So this idea is simple. Relationship lasts when the benefit outweigh the cost. Applied to marketing, it means that customer will stay loyal to a brand if they feel they are consistently getting value. So whether through promotion, quality product, or meaningful engagement, without feeling exploited or disappointed. Finally, we use the commitment trust theory. So this theory highlight that loyalty is built on two pillars, trust and commitment. If customers trust a brand and feel committed to it, they are more likely to remain loyal over time. So for halal cosmetic, trust is especially important because consumers want assurance that product truly meet ethical and religious standard. Conceptual framework. So in this study, we tested a model that looked at 5 key dimensions of social media marketing. These are entertainment, interaction, customization, promotion, as well as word of mouth. We use these 5 dimensions as predictor of brand loyalty. So in other words, we wanted to see whether these activities actually make customer more committed to a brand, and which one are the most powerful in building long-term trust and loyalty in the halal cosmetic market. So this is the conceptual model, as I mentioned. So the independent variable, there are 5 independent variable: entertainment, interaction, customization, promotion, and word of mouth. And we want to test that whether it influences the brand loyalty, to look into trust and commitment. Methodology. To carry out our study, we use a quantitative survey approach, and we collected numerical data for statistical analysis. This means we collected numerical data that could be analyzed statistically, giving us a reliable and objective result. Sample. We surveyed 384 Muslim social media users in the area of Shah Alam. Why we choose Shah Alam? It is actually a city that represents a diverse and vibrant consumer base for halal cosmetic. By focusing on this group, we were able, hopefully, to capture real insight into how local consumers interact with brand online. Once the data was collected, we analyzed using Smart PLS. So this tool allows us to test both measurement model as well as structural model. Measurement model, we is to check whether our survey question accurately captured the concept we wanted to study. And as for the structural model, um, that hopefully will show how different social media marketing activities actually influence brand loyalty. Findings from this study. We found that our measurement model shows very strong results. In simple terms, this means that the way we measure our concept was both consistent and accurate. For reliability, we look at Cronbach alpha and composite reliability. Both of these values were above 0.85, which is well above the recommended minimum of 0.7. This tells us that the survey items that we use were highly consistent in measuring each construct. For validity, we check the average variance extracted, or AVE, and all items, all AVE values for were above 0.5, which confirm that the items that we use truly captured the meaning of the construct we wanted to study. Put simply, this result show that our measurement model was acceptable. And so the construct like entertainment, interaction, customization, promotion, and word of mouth were measured in a way that is both reliable and valid. For structural model, our structure model gives us some very interesting insight. Among the 5 social media marketing activities we tested, promotion turned out to be the strongest driver of brand loyalty. It followed by um, interaction. When brand actively engage with their followers, replying to comments, encourage feedback, or creating two-way communication or conversation, it significantly strengthened loyalty. Entertainment also had an effect, though smaller. Fun, creative, and enjoyable content does help build loyalty, but its impact is not as strong as promotion and interaction. On the other hand, customization and word of mouth did not show significant influence in this context. This suggests that personalization and peer recommendation may not be critical in driving loyalty for halal cosmetic compared to other industries. So on overall, our model explain nearly 70% of the variation in brand loyalty, which is a very high level of explanatory power. In simple terms, this means our framework provides a strong and reliable picture of how social media activities shape customer commitment in the halal cosmetic market. Now, hypothesis. Our hypothesis testing give us a clear picture of how different social media activities affect brand loyalty. First, we found that entertainment has a weak but positive effect. Second, customization did not predict loyalty. Third, interaction showed a strong and significant effect. So when brands actively engage with their followers, reply to comment, encourage feedback, as well as creating conversation, this really strengthened loyalty. Fourth, promotion was the strongest predictor of loyalty. Clear value-driven campaigns such as discount, giveaway, and transparent product information were the most powerful tool for keeping customer loyal. And finally, word of mouth did not show a significant effect. So peer recommendation and online sharing did not directly translate into stronger loyalty, suggesting that in this market, brand-driven strategies matter more than customer-driven buzz. Key findings. Our finding give us a deeper understanding of how each social media activity contributes to brand loyalty. Entertainment, for example, helps to build an emotional connection with customer. Fun posts, creative video, and engaging content make people feel close to brand. However, entertainment alone is not strong enough to sustain loyalty. Customization shows that personalization by itself is not very effective. Interaction turned out to be very powerful. So when brand engage in two-way communication, it helps to build reciprocal relationship. Promotion was the strongest driver. Clear, transparent, and value-driven campaign like discount, giveaway, and special offers reinforce trust and commitment. Promotion not only attract attention but also encourage customer to stay loyal over time. And finally, word of mouth was less influential than expected. While peer recommendation and online sharing can raise awareness, they did not directly translate into stronger loyalty in the halal cosmetic context. Contribution, study contribution. Um, our study makes several important contribution across different areas. For an empirical perspective, we provide fresh evidence on how social media marketing activities influence brand loyalty in the halal cosmetic industry. This is valuable because most past studies focus on other sectors like banking or hospitality, so leaving cosmetic untouched or under explored. On the practical side, our study offers clear strategies for managers by showing which social media activities matter most, such as promotion and interaction. We give businesses actionable guidance to strengthen customer loyalty. At the sectoral level, our research is highly relevant to both the halal industry as well as the cooperative sector in Malaysia. It highlights how ethical and social compliance practices can be integrated with modern digital marketing to support sustainable growth. Finally, at the policy level, our findings support the importance of ethical marketing and halal certifications. They show that trust and transparency are not just business strategies, but also align with broader policy goals of promoting integrity in the marketplace. So in conclusion, our studies show that brand loyalty in halal cosmetic is deeply rooted in ethical integrity and trust. Customers in this market care not only about the quality of the product, but also about whether the brand consistently demonstrates honesty, transparency, and alignment with halal value. Overall, this research highlights that loyalty in halal cosmetic is not just about beauty, it is about value, it is about trust, and it is about meaningful engagement. Brand that focus on this element will be better positioned to build lasting relationship with their customers. So with that, thank you very much and very good luck to all participants for this conference. Thank you.